Sirisia Member of Parliament John Waluke has appealed against last week's sentencing, where he was jailed for 67 years or a fine of more than 1 billion shillings. Through his lawyers, Waluke has filed a 30-point document detailing what the lawyers term inconsistencies and lack of independence in arriving at the guilt verdict and the sentence. This as the MP notified National Assembly Speaker of intention to appeal his conviction, which could buy him time to remain as the Sirisia Representative. Sam Gituku reports.
It's been a week since the Sirisia legislator was handed the custodial sentence, but residents of Sirisia are yet to come to terms with the reality of more than 60-year sentence. Reports indicate that Waluke is still at the industrial area prison, while Grace Wahungu is spending her time at the Langata Women's Prison. Ondieki and Ondieki advocates now filing a memorandum of appeal with the High Court, indicating several grounds of contest. Waluke plans to contest the conviction, saying it was based on a defective charge sheet. He claims that critical witnesses were never called to testify in the case that was heard within 2 years, that the anti-corruption court failed the test of impartiality and independence, claiming that politics played part in the conviction and sentencing. The lawyers allege that the prosecution's case was characterized by inconsistencies and contradictions. They assert that the 313 million shillings deal between NCPB and Erad Limited, the company owned by Waluke and Wahungu, was a commercial transaction without criminal culpability and therefore should have been pursued as a commercial dispute. The lawyers allege that Chief Magistrate Elizabeth Juma's court ignored evidence from the defense and that they lacked sufficient evidence to prove fraud. They also assert that documents presented before court depicted that the convicts did not receive all the money out of the 313 million shillings and therefore not liable for the entire loss.
They have a right of appeal within 14 days.
On Thursday last week, Waluke was sentenced to a combined 67-year jail term or pay up to 1.04 billion shillings in fines. Grace Wahungu is required to pay 1.02 billion shillings in fines or serve 69 years in prison. Reports indicate no fines have been deposited yet. The convicts likely to be subjected to scrutiny of the source of their resources should they opt to pay the billions. The two still have a week to file their appeal proper.
To undertake an inspection of the parliamentary precincts.
This as National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi is said to have received the notice of appeal from Waluke, therefore saving him from declaration of vacancy in the Sirisia seat at the expiry of 14 days. But this may mean Sirisia constituents risk missing out on representation for as long as Waluke remains in jail, and they are perturbed.
Kwa sababu kazi mingi imesimama kwa ajili ya mbunge wetu. Mabarabara zenye zilikuwa zimeanzwa kulimwa zimesimama, vitu vingi vimesimama, shule zimesimama, kwa contractors hakuna pesa kwa ajili ya mbunge wetu wako ndani.
Waluke's hopes now lie in the success of filing the substantive appeal, but this will depend on when the judiciary will release a certified copy of the proceedings to the defense to facilitate the filing. Sam Gituku, Sirisia TV, Nairobi.